Now, who do you trust more? The unhealthy nutrition experts who tell you to avoid eggs? Or the healthy, jacked guy who tells you to eat up to 36 of them every day? The truth is, you and me have been lied to about eggs for multiple years, maybe whole decades. So of course, many people still believe that eggs are unhealthy and that they cause heart disease, for example. But when you dig just a bit deeper, you will enter a whole new reality. Eggs are insanely healthy. In my opinion, even the one best superfood for the average person. And I mean it.
How dare you?
Because after learning a lot about nutrition, and especially eggs for the last 12 months or so, I learned the actual truth about eggs. And after having 5 to 10 of them every day, I learned it's even better than I thought. And my friend, who I woke up to the benefits of eggs as well, reports the same fucking thing. So if you want more energy, improved health, and more gains in the gym, you have to watch this video. Because everyone deserves to know the full story about eggs. So in this video I want to reveal 3 big lies about eggs that the authorities have fed you. Probably like me, you've grown up hearing that eggs are bad for your health, especially for your heart. They have too much fat, etc. To be fair, I still ate eggs for all my life, but never really ate too many of them. Once or twice a week maybe, and rarely ever more than that. Looking back, I always underestimated the benefits of eggs and overestimated the risks. Part of me even thought that they are unhealthy for my arteries. And if I eat too many and the rest of my lifestyle isn't perfect, it might cause heart disease at some point. Of course, probably not my 20s, but I don't want to die of heart attack. Still, I'm usually not an overcautious person, and I didn't worry about it too much. So when I started going to the gym and I realized that I would need more protein, I surely had a few more eggs. Still, there was always this thought of, is this really healthy? Or am I starting to overdo it when I have multiple eggs a week? And if you have this same thought sometimes, that's totally normal. There are literally studies out there that claim that breakfast cereals are healthier than eggs. And for a long time, the official dietary recommendations have included an upper limit of cholesterol. So naturally, the amount of eggs you should eat per week was limited too. Here in Germany, right now, they tell you to just eat 1 egg per week. 1 per week. But instead they probably recommend some other garbage that's way worse for your health than eggs. I'm very sure about that. So of course it's very easy to think of eggs as something you shouldn't really eat. Or if you do, not too much. It could give you a heart attack. So I always had that thought in the back of my mind. But then over time I got more into nutrition and also stumbled over diets like the low carb diet, the carnivore diet, and that one cute fella, Vince Gironda. And this guy literally claimed that 36 eggs per day were similar to a mild steroid cycle. And I looked at him and I thought, okay, if he actually means that, that's gonna be something to look into more. And this guy got 79 years old. Nothing spectacular, but he didn't die at 50 because of a heart attack. So because those diets and people like Vince Gironda got me more interested in eggs, I started researching them more and more. And very soon I realized they aren't unhealthy. They're actually very, very healthy. And this leads me to lie number 1. Eggs are unhealthy. Eggs are the complete opposite of unhealthy. We're gonna talk about the cholesterol and the fat in a minute, but nutritionally, eggs are insanely good. They contain all essential micronutrients except vitamin C, and so many of them in such good quantities. Choline, vitamin E, vitamin B, and so much more that you can see here. But it would be so wrong to claim that eggs are not nutritious. Now most people say they aren't healthy because of the cholesterol, and we'll get to that in a few seconds, but I still wanted to talk about this first. You don't only have all the micronutrients, but you have good fats, extremely good protein, like the quality of the protein in eggs is incredible as well. The bioavailability is amazing. It contains all essential amino acids, and as a natural source, it's actually the best protein. Digestibility is amazing too, and it's no coincidence that protein is often associated with eggs. The protein quality is basically perfect. And lastly, the whole egg is healthy. Don't just eat the egg white because of the cholesterol, the fats, or whatever your reason might be to not eat the egg yolk, because the egg yolk contains so many of those micronutrients. The fat is good for you, and it would be such a waste to throw that away. You can even eat the egg shells if you want to, but clean them up first, maybe. Now we get to the second lie, and this is probably, pretty surely, the biggest one. Eggs have too much unhealthy fat and cholesterol, which will clog your arteries and cause heart disease. You're gonna die because of eggs. This is a myth from the 60s or 70s, if I remember correctly, that has been proven wrong so many times by now, but still somehow stands. Still, people would eat margarine, cereals, or oatmeal instead of having proper whole eggs. The fats in the eggs are actually very, very healthy. And especially if they are good quality eggs, you have a lot of omega-3 in there as well, which is literally healthy for your heart. People take supplements of fish oil, of omega-3, to support their heart health, and you can actually get that from eggs. It's crazy. On top of that, good eggs even have vitamin D, which is not very normal for food, because you usually get that from the sun. And when you combine that with vitamin K2, it's also good for your arteries. The egg yolk is not problematic. It contains most of the nutrients, and I would always eat a whole egg over just egg white. Additionally, eggs are proven by proper studies to be anti-inflammatory. The dietary cholesterol in eggs, which is often seen as the enemy, the danger, also has been proven in so many studies by now to have no or just a minimal effect on your blood cholesterol. Multiple studies even say it improves your blood cholesterol when you eat eggs. Because blood cholesterol is not just cholesterol, the dangerous thing. It's actually very important how high your LDL, HDL and triglycerides are. And you can get even deeper than that. But high HDL cholesterol, when LDL and triglycerides stay the same, is actually even good. So just saying cholesterol is high isn't actually very accurate and could even mean that it's good. And like I said, studies have shown that daily or weekly consumption of whole natural eggs actually improves the HDL, which is literally good. There have been many studies that found no correlation between dietary and blood cholesterol. Because if you are healthy, your body will adjust. You naturally produce cholesterol, but when you get more of it from your diet, you will stop or reduce producing that cholesterol. If you get 0 grams of cholesterol from a diet, you will still produce it because you need it. It's literally essential for survival. And I could talk more about this topic, but essentially, if you have a healthy lifestyle, or I think at least moderately healthy, I personally would not worry about dietary cholesterol. As always, this is not medical advice, but maybe stop being overweight, smoke cigarettes, and eat 300 grams of sugar every day. And that might be the real thing that influences your heart disease. The third lie, and this is gonna be quick. I see this so often on the internet, especially on social media, Instagram and stuff. When people consume many eggs, the comments are always, the farts will be crazy. But I can tell you, if your gut health is good, and if the rest of your diet is actually good too, you won't even fart. I'm telling you, those farts come when you add onions, broccoli, or other nuclear weapons. But eggs alone will actually not make you fart. And I'm saying this from experience, because when you actually go on a carnivore diet and you only have meat, maybe dairy, seafood, and even with honey and fruit, you actually won't fart. And you can have 10, 15 eggs a day. I've had this before. You literally won't fart. And those farts won't be crazy. They don't even exist. So of course, that's not the worst lie, but I still wanted to talk about this because this is kinda annoying. And then even when you have a fart, that one fart that maybe comes out, even then, if your gut health is good, the rest of your diet works as well, even then, even when you had those 10, 15 eggs, it still won't evacuate the whole city. It's most likely actually gonna be fine. But that wraps it up for this video. In conclusion, I think eggs are super nutritious, extremely healthy, and I personally will not fear cholesterol and probably not even saturated fat. There are much bigger factors influencing the chance of you getting a heart attack. With that being said, have a great day. As I always say, eat your eggs and bye.